Every ecosystem or biome or habitat has autotrophs, which are producers, as well as heterotrophs, consumers, and decomposers. Also, ecosystems have a trophic structure, which is a feeding arrangement between their producers, consumers, and decomposers. Food or nutrients and energy are transferred along the trophic levels of an ecosystem's trophic structure. And trophic levels are specific points on an ecosystem's trophic structure. So think of an ecosystem's trophic structure as a staircase, and its trophic levels as the steps on the staircase. The producers, consumers, and decomposers then occupy specific trophic levels or steps of the trophic structure or staircase in that ecosystem. All ecosystems or biomes, whether aquatic or terrestrial, have trophic structures that follow the same plan. At the lowest trophic level, the bottom of the trophic structure are the producers, primary producers, the autotrophs. They are at this level because they are the organisms that can get energy and materials directly from the ecosystem's abiotic component to make food. Next are the consumers, the primary consumers. They feed on the primary producers directly. They include the herbivores. At the third level are some other consumers called the secondary consumers. These secondary consumers feed on the primary consumers, and they include most carnivores and omnivores. At the fourth level are the tertiary consumers that feed on the secondary consumers and could be preyed on by other organisms. Some ecosystems may have a fifth level occupied by quaternary consumers, which can prey on the tertiary consumers once in a while. They are hardly ever preyed on by other organisms, or they are not preyed on at all. Although often left out, at the final trophic level, that's the fifth or sixth level, are the decomposers, which play very important roles as they form a link through which nutrients, other chemical substances, and even energy are returned to the abiotic part of the ecosystem. Some organisms can occupy more than one trophic level at different points in time. You'll get to know how soon. There's something special about this trophic structure plan. Food or nutrients and energy transfer within the ecosystem's trophic structure is unidirectional. That is, it is in one direction. Energy flow in an ecosystem is from its abiotic component through its primary producers to the primary consumers, then the secondary consumers, tertiary consumers to the quaternary consumers, through the decomposers and back to the abiotic component. There is never a time where the energy flows in an opposite direction or backwards. Energy flow is always forward and always unidirectional. The concept of trophic structure gives rise to a particular term to describe the sequence of food and energy transfer within an ecosystem. We'll discuss this term soon. But before we go, remember that all ecosystems have feeding organizations called trophic structures that are divided into levels occupied by specific kinds of organisms. I'll see you soon.